Welcome Lagos, welcome Nigeria to the second hour of the round of 16 of the I Beg to Differ Students' Debate Competition Season 6. In the first hour, you heard Akilo, Senior Charles, overcome Ayomide Oguneye. And now, a time for two young lads to go head to head in the second round of 16 debate for the day. Perhaps it's time to meet our contestants. You want to do us the honors, Yvonne?
Well, Lagos, our contestants for this hour, Emmanuel Bethel and Uzonwanne Emmanuel. So we've got Emmanuel Square today in the studio. Emmanuel Uzonwanne is 15 years old, a student of New Hall International School. Like he is in SS2. And Emmanuel Bethel is 16 years old, an SS3 student of Ikuru Senior High School. They will debate that the judiciary is responsible for Nigeria's failing democracy.
Is it or is it not? You'll find out. In the meantime, time to remind you that we're streaming live on our social media portals. That's Nigeria Info 99.3 on Facebook. Also search Nigeria Info on YouTube. You cannot miss it. However, I must alert you. If you had followed the earlier debates through our live stream and that video had paused when we went for a break after debate, and you are hoping to continue with that debate on that same feed, then you will not see it come up. You have to refresh your device. There's a secondary video. Each of the debates is a totally different stream on its own. So don't stay on the same stream. When you do, you might find that you don't see the continuation. Okay? So search for a new feed. Just refresh your account, refresh your Facebook account, or just refresh your device, and the new feed will pop up.
Right. And for sponsorship or partnership, please call 070-3498-4352. You can also send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm.
It is now time to do the ritual.
That's right. I've got two pieces of paper in my palm. You already know the rules, so we'll just go straight to it. Two pieces of paper in my palm, which will determine how you debate this hour. I'm shaking them now, and you will each pick simultaneously.
As a reminder, 3 rounds: presentation, rebuttal, and closing rounds. You get 3 minutes for each of those rounds. You're not allowed to use previously prepared notes, but you are allowed to jot down the points you want to make. You can also jot down your opponent's points. Will help you in the rebuttal. At this juncture, we are ready for the debates.
How did you guys pick? I'll start with you, Bethel.
I'm supporting.
You are supporting the motion that the judiciary is responsible for Nigeria's failing democracy. Uzonwanne Emmanuel.
I'm opposing.
You are opposing. Fantastic. We will start with the motion supporter. Emmanuel Bethel, your 3 minutes start now.
Former Justice of the Nigerian Supreme Court, Mr. Kumasi, said, and I quote, "The judiciary is the last of the common man. Today, we describe the judiciary as the lost hope of the common man to lament just how confidence we have lost in this system." Good evening, moderators, panel of judges and active listeners. I'm Emmanuel Bethel from Ikuru Senior High School, supporting the motion that the judiciary is responsible for Nigeria's failing democracy. I support the motion because of the excessive conjunctions that have been issued by the judiciary. Excessive court reduction and undermine separation of powers, erode trust in the judiciary, and potentially lead to an overreach in the executive in the judiciary. This was seen in the granting of court injunction by Justice Basi Peme on June 10, 1993, 2 days before the election, 2 days before the 1980 election, despite there being an existing law barring courts from attending to suits related to elections. INEC went ahead to conduct the elections, which gave General Babangida sufficient reason to annul these elections. Since then, no election in Nigeria as credible and as superseded ethnic and religious bias. Furthermore, should be blamed for Nigeria's failing democracy because they have a history of allowing technicalities to cross substantive justice in electoral disputes. This was seen in 2018 in the Osun State gubernatorial election. The PDP gubernatorial candidate Ademola Adeleke petitioned the election results. He won at the election tribunal and he won at the Court of Appeal because of the evidence. But the Supreme Court struck down the decision due to one of the judges not being present in the court, Justice Obia. This is not a substantial reason because the Supreme Court had access to the lower court proceedings. Furthermore, judiciary should not be blamed for Nigeria's failing democracy because of the corruption in its system. Corruption can undermine public and confidence in the legal system. According to the Independent Corrupt Practices and Underrated Commission, the judicial sector at the top of Nigeria's corruption index between 2018 and 2020. SCBC alleged that 9,407,750,000 was offered and paid as bribes by lawyers to judges. Besides that, you judge from Nigeria's failing democracy because of the day injustice. Prolonged court cases result in a bag of unresolved legal matters, hindering the time distribution of justice. According to Punch Nigeria, an alleged fraudster Yajudoa and his co-defendant Charles Ori have worked free of $1.6 million fraud charges brought against them by the EFCC in 2003. The court came after 11 years when the EFCC decided to discontinue charges pressed against the defendants. The judiciary should be blamed for Nigeria's failing democracy because of weak judicial independence. Weak safeguards to protect judges from mental pressures may compromise their ability to make impartial decisions. This was seen in the removal of Ayo Salami as the president of the Court of Appeal in 2011. The removal seems to be politically motivated and less proper constitutional processes, highlighting weak independence. The judiciary should be blamed for Nigeria's failing democracy because of the passive failure in protection of human rights. Failure in protection of human rights raised questions about Nigeria's state of democracy. This was seen in the prolonged detention of Justice Jones Abiri in 2016, which raised questions about freedom of expression, freedom of press, and freedom of press. You should be blamed for Nigeria's democracy because of lack of accountability. Thank you.
Well, Lagos, you heard the motion supporter Emmanuel Bethel argue that the judiciary is responsible for Nigeria's failing democracy. But Bethel kept saying judiciary should not be blamed. You have to take note of that, okay? We will now go straight to the motion opposer. Emmanuel Uzonwanne, your 3 minutes start now.
Nigeria's failing democracy. Who is to be held responsible? Good day, moderators, panel of judges, accurate time, my co-debate and overall audience. My name is Uzonwanne, a student from New International School, and I'm here to pose the motion that says judiciary is responsible for Nigeria's failing democracy. Firstly, the judiciary is the third estate of the realm, not under, but following the tone set by the executive and the legislature. You will agree with me, the judiciary become mere puppets in the hands of the executive and the legislature, doing only what they are told. So therefore, why should we blame the judiciary for Nigerians failing democracy? Secondly, Nigerians are not typically law-abiding citizens. We are a culture of people who flagrantly disobey court rules and proceedings. As seen in December 2015, El Zazaki was arrested for the disobedience of numerous court cases. Also, Abraham Lincoln coined democracy to be democracy of the people, for the people, and by the people, which tells that the people are the ones that influence the democracy rather than the judiciary. Furthermore, electoral irregularities such as voter manipulation has caused the election of bad leaders, contributing to Nigeria's failing democracy. Why do we blame the judiciary? Why not blame INEC for electoral malpractice in Nigeria, since they are the body responsible for electoral processes in Nigeria? If anything, the judiciary have even helped in matters of electoral malpractice, in taking the issues to election petition tribunals and resolving it there. This was in March 2023, where Adeleke Ademola exercised this right against Oyetola in the state governmental election, in which he was reinstated back into his position. Also, it's very easy for us to blame a referee when we're losing the match, but nobody talks about the players and the fairness to their game. Nobody talks about the politicians. Nobody talks about what the politicians are to democracy. The politicians are the ones who cause corruption, bribery, lack of accountability, transparency, etc. Furthermore, the success of a democracy relies on the active citizen participation in a country. If citizens are not well engaged or well informed, there will be numerous challenges that the judiciary alone cannot address. Furthermore, why do we always blame the judiciary on the problems they cause in Nigeria failing democracy? Why don't we talk about what they have done, like safeguarding human rights and upholding the rule of law? They safeguarded human rights by adjudicating on issues that relate to human rights violation. This was seen in the moreover, the adherence to the rule of law. The rule of law judiciary ensure the rule of law and make sure that there's prevention of abuse of power and ensure a democratic system, a good democratic system. Given all these points, I hope I've been able to convince you that judiciary should not be held responsible for Nigerians failing democracy.
We had just 9 seconds to go, so that way I was going to ring the bell. But now that we have heard from the motion supporter and the motion opposer, Emmanuel, Lagos, we have two Emmanuels with us in the studio this evening. I hope you're streaming. We are streaming live, so I hope you're watching the live stream. We will take a short break. When we come, you will hear the rebuttal rounds.
We have entered the round of 16 of Nigerian Info's I Beg to Differ debate petition. Lagos, Nigeria, meet your debaters. For Monday, it's Akilo Charles versus Ogunnaye Ayomide.
Banning former governors from taking government appointments opens a wider pool.
And Emmanuel Bethel versus Uzonwanne Emmanuel.
Where people vote, the political agenda.
Nigeria has over 5 million deaths worldwide.
On Tuesday, it's Jonas Faustina versus Ganemega Magrimo and Steve Niebetari versus Minaneng Yofi David.
They are sent to school so that we can able to break down barriers of culture.
So imagine how good the economy will be. Mechanized farming is wildly practiced.
On Wednesday, Kaba Theophilus will meet Jewel Inyolua at 4 p.m. and at 5, Oluwalade Demade faces Claire Mika. On Thursday, Oladime Deniola will go head-to-head with Mary Uke Ashia. At 5, Daniela Ogaga will face Richard Naomi.
The audience, can you tell me what's going to bite you? No, because it can bite you anyhow.
Now there's no denying the fact that the roads are actually bad and you need a fast minute.
Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ debate competition. 32 debaters, now 16, one winner, 1 million naira. I am Yvonne Okhaifo. Join the contestants, Femi Obong-Daniels and me as we travel this journey together. Supported by Obiwisi and Bookup. For sponsorship, please call 070-3498-4352 or send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm.
Welcome back. I Beg to Differ Students Debate Season 6. And just before we went on that break, you heard the two Emmanuels start with their opening rounds. And those will now be built upon as we go into
Straight
the rebuttal.
to the rebuttals. And we will start with the motion opposer. Uzonwanne, your 3 minutes start now.
Good day, everyone. I'm Uzonwanne, and I'm here to rebuild some of the points my opponent made. Firstly, you made point of corruption. Did you know that judges are also put to book? Corruption is so rampant that it's into the fabric of democratic institutions, which the judiciary too is part of them. Also, you said you said the weak judicial independence. You said about that the judiciary have a perceived lack of independence. This is not true. As of last time, I think this is a subjective or objective view. As of last time I checked, there was 3 arms of government. This was done due to the separation of power and checks and balances, in which other arms of government can check on the other arms of government. Also, you said there was a delay in justice. The judges, there's a delay in justice. This is done so that they spend their time, take their time, so they can get accurate and faster results. They prioritize accuracy over speed. They don't want to be fast and bring out rubbish outcomes. The lack of accountability. You said judges are not held accountable for their Thank you.
All right, Lagos. Emmanuel Uzonwanne had over 1 minute. You have almost 2 minutes. So I guess there were not many points to rebut. Emmanuel Bethel, your 3 minutes start now.
The moderators, the adjudicators, here are my rebuttals. You mentioned human rights, and then you mentioned Ozazaki. Ozazaki was unlawfully detained. He was the leader of the Islamic movement in Nigeria. His unlawful detention raised concerns about executive influence as an infringement of the judiciary. Then you also said that the judiciary has been able. You said that judiciary has been able to protect human rights. Where was in the judiciary? We went in the slow clans project when individuals were successfully removed from houses without adequate compensation, leaving them displaced. Where was the judiciary in Omoyele Sowore in 2019? An activist who was unlawfully detained for his freedom of expression. Where was the judiciary in Ayo Salami? Judiciary in Onogenye. These are so many cases of judiciary when they have failed to protect human rights. Then you say politicians cause lack of accountability. In 2016, the Department of State Services arrested judges because of the lack of accountability. And then you tell me political lack of accountability. This raises questions about the ethical stand and the accountability of the judiciary. Then you mentioned that there was an election that took place in Osun State in 2023. Well, no election took place in Osun in 2023. And then you also mentioned that the court has always tried to make sure these elections were credible because they had a role to safeguard these results. Well, I gave you the case of Ademola in 2018 when the Supreme Court struck down the decision despite there being evidence on ground. Then they mentioned that the Supreme Court follows the rule of law. Well, if there's weak judicial independence, then how did the Supreme Court follow the rule of law? We saw this in the Latin maxim that says "Nemo jurex consensuar," which means that no judge should be heard over his own case. Well, this isn't really true because we saw this in Watanabe when the executive removed him, when he was removed by the former President Muhammadu Buhari in 2019, highlighting weak judicial independence and political interference. Then you also said we should blame the executive. Well, how we blame the executive? You also said I think the points. Thank you. I'm happy to rebut them.
Okay.
Some reluctance to go to the length of the applause.
Okay.
You managed to get that.
Look, Lagos, you have heard the presentation and the rebuttal. So we'll have to take a short break.
Yeah.
To come back for the closing arguments.
Most certainly. Stick around. When we come back, it will be time to close.
We have entered the round of 16 of Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ debate competition. Lagos, Nigeria, meet your debaters. For Monday, it's Akilo Charles versus Ogunnaye Ayomide.
Banning foreigners from taking government appointments opens a wider pool.
And Emmanuel Bethel versus Uzonwanne Emmanuel.
Why are people with the political agenda?
COVID-19 led to over 5 million deaths worldwide.
On Tuesday, it's Jonas Faustina versus Ogemega Magrimo and Stephen Anyebatari versus Minanengyo Furi David.
They are sent to school so that we can go to break down barriers of culture.
So imagine how the economy will be. Mechanized farming is widely practiced.
On Wednesday, Kaba Theophilus will meet Jewel Inyolua at 4 p.m. and at 5, Oluwalade Demilade faces Claire Mika. On Thursday, Oladimeji Dela will go head-to-head with Mary Uke Ashia. And at 5, Daniela Ogaga will face Richard Naomi.
The audience, can you hear me? To know because I can bite you anyhow.
Now there's no denying the fact that the roads are actually bad and you need a fast
Nigeria Info's I Beg to Differ debate competition. 32 debaters, now 16, one winner, 1 million naira. I am Yvonne Okhaifo. Join the contestants, Femi Obong-Daniels and me as we travel this journey together. Supported by Obiwisi and Booker Hut. For sponsorship, please call 070-3498-4352 or send an email to info@nigeriainfo.fm.
Christmas promo at the Edge Hotel Port Harcourt in BRA Phase 2 of Tombia Extension. Stay one night in any of our suites and stay the second night absolutely free. Stay for 2 nights in any of our classic rooms and get the third night absolutely free. The terms and conditions are: this promo is available to cash guests only. Breakfast is only for one person. The room is subject to availability. Rates include VAT and service charge. And this promo is available for the month of December only. Also, every last Friday of the month is our African night at the poolside where we display different types of local and African cuisines. We also have mouth-watering barbecue fish daily. Our Madiba Hall is well decorated for conferencing, weddings, birthday parties, etc. For reservations, call 0818-173-3130. You can also reach our sales department on 0806-515-0188. The Edge Hotel, lavish indulgence guaranteed.
Oh yeah, now. When you got somebody you love, and you want to show them how much, gift cards are the surest gift that you can drop. Sure gifts for everyone.
Do you know what to give your employees, partners, and clients during the holiday season? Sure Gift vouchers are the best way to give them exactly what they want. And guess what? Employees thank their HR for the best gifts when they get the Sure Gifts vouchers. For businesses, there's no need for logistics, warehousing, and delivery headaches. Sure Gifts vouchers are redeemable at top stores in Nigeria like Spar, ShopRite, and many more. Simplify your life and be one of all the 1,000 smart companies already using Sure Gifts. Call 0191256160 today or email hello@suregifts.com.ng.
What takes a plate of jollof rice to the next level of goodness? Is it when it is cooked with no seasoning cubes for that sumptuous taste? Or when you serve it with correct Nigerian salad, cabbage, carrot, lettuce, and a bit of kidney beans?
It's both. Season your jollof with the rich taste of no cubes and serve with plenty of vegetables. So, go ahead and elevate your meals. Today, eat for good.
It's subsidy season. Win fuel vouchers, shopping vouchers, and airtime in the Hair Subsidy promo brought to you by Hares Insurance Group. When you renew or buy any motor insurance plan from Hares Insurance Group, you get an instant gift and qualify to win one of 25 fuel vouchers worth 100,000 naira each. Yes, that's right, a 100,000 naira fuel voucher. The Hair Subsidy promo is open from now until December 31st, 2023. To renew or buy a motor insurance plan, chat with Prince on WhatsApp number 09 11 400 9420 or call 0700 434 7746. Terms and conditions apply. Approved by the FCCPC and NLRC.
I'm here. Let's record.
Wow! I almost didn't recognize you.
Have I changed that much?
Your skin is simply brilliant.
Oh, yes. Idol Lightning Exfoliating Soap. It's my secret to clear, beautiful skin.
You look ready for your music video.
Idol Lightning Exfoliating Soap. Be bold, be beautiful, be Idol. Idol also comes in carrot and papaya variants. Idol is NAFDAC approved.
It's like every other year. My wife wants to paint, and her own kind of budget just makes me want to faint. 50 buckets of paint? Make it make sense. I'm only dropping cheddar if it's using Santex.
Santex? Yes, Santex. The amazing durability is more than mere text. Rich quality paint within your budget. So make the smart choice. Paint with Santex.
Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong
with a smart choice. Santex paint.
Santex paint.
Smart choice.
Buy Santex paint products from October to December 2023 and win amazing prizes. Gas cookers, air fryers, ACs, and smart TVs. Offers available at authorized Santex paint stores across Nigeria. Santex paints, the smart choice.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
Welcome back. It's the final debate for the day, the second of the round of 16, and it pits two Emmanuels against each other. Emmanuel Uzonwanne, 15 years of age, SS2 student of New Hall International School, Lekki, and Bethel Emmanuel, 16 years of age, SS3 student of Ikorodu Senior High School.
That's right, Lagos. It is now time for the closing rounds, and we will start with the motion supporter, Emmanuel Bethel. Your 3 minutes start now.
I read my Bethel supporting the motion that the judiciary is responsible for Nigeria's failing democracy. I support the motion because of the inability of judiciary to adapt to evolving issues. Passive failure in adapting to evolving issues by the judiciary can raise questions about the Nigeria's state of democracy, which can lead to judicial inefficiency. This was seen in the administration of the Cybercrime Act of 2015. It was hampered by lacking character-sensitive provisions, inadequate legal practitioners, and stifling freedom of expression. This shows the judiciary does not have the strength to adapt to intricate cases regarding cyber-related issues while safeguarding individual rights. The judiciary is to be blamed for Nigeria's failing democracy because of the inconsistent legal interpretation. Divergent interpretation of the law by different judges can lead to confusion and undermine the stability and credibility of the legal system. This was seen in the you are seeing the divergent legal interpretation regarding local government autonomy, particularly in financial matters here in Nigeria. This can lead to uncertainty and confusion in the implementation of democratic principles. The judiciary is blamed for Nigeria's failing democracy because of the bureaucratic bottlenecks in the system. Cumbersome legal processes can contribute to judicial inefficiency, which can result in a backlog of cases. This can also lead to frustration among litigants. Here in Nigeria, when judges are transferred or elevated, their cases are started afresh, and it takes several months before it is given to a new judge. Not talk of the years it takes for these cases to be resolved. This phenomenon is also known as trial de novo. The judge should be blamed for Nigeria's failing democracy because of the lack of transparency. Lack of transparency can lead to suspicions about the fairness of the legal process. This was seen in the trial and subsequent execution of environmental activists Ken Sariwa and 8 other Ogoni leaders, which drew criticism. The legal procedure reviewed as flawed with accusations of bias, lack of transparency, and lack of due process. Besides, the judge should be for Nigeria's failing democracy because of selective prosecution. Perception of biased prosecution or selective enforcement of the law can raise questions about the judiciary's commitment to fairness. This was seen in the Ekiti State Governorship Tribunal in 2007. While the lower court affirmed decision, it was overturned by the Supreme Court, which gave rise to political interference and selective enforcement of the law. The judge should be blamed for Nigeria's failing democracy because of lack of declaration of assets. Lack of declaration of assets in the judiciary can lead to corruption. Because, for example, if you have a judge which had an asset of 30 million naira but was not declared before, and when he got elevated to become a Supreme Court judge, he had an asset of 1 billion naira. Do not be able to check this judge, and this can lead to corruption being rampant. My opponent also said corruption is rampant and that it is part of the judiciary. So you do agree with me that there's corruption in the judiciary, and this has caused judicial inefficiency and caused them to fail in the timely administration of justice. You should be blamed for Nigeria's failing democracy because of the improper declaration of judicial reforms. The improper declaration of judicial. Thank you.
And so Emmanuel Bethel rests his case. All is now left for the resting of Emmanuel Uzonwanne's case, and that is where we go now.
Uzonwanne, your 3 minutes start now.
Good day, everyone. I remain Uzonwanne and I'm here to dish out my final point. Firstly, corruption has eaten deep into the fabric of democratic institutions. The judiciary, which is one of them, is not exempted. According to the Transparency International, Nigeria ranks 150th out of 180 countries, with the lowest being perceived as the most corrupt. Secondly, inadequate funding makes it easy for the legislature and the executive to manipulate the judiciary. Hence, until we fund the judiciary and they are well respected, it will be a tall order for us to blame the judiciary for Nigeria's failing democracy. Furthermore, the people elect the legislature and the executive directly. When the Judicial Service Commission nominates a candidate, the president confirms this, subject to the approval of the legislature. Therefore, if the president and the legislature are bad, they will have to appoint someone who would do the bidding for them. Moreover, the threats and intimidation. When judges are threatened, it affects the ability to make impartial decisions. An instance of this was in Okonjo-Iweala in April 2016, in which her mother was kidnapped just because she advised Goodluck Jonathan to remove fuel subsidy. My final point would be, the judiciary has done so much in sustaining Nigerian democracy since 1999. We all agree that Nigeria is a diverse political government. So, if not for the conscientious rules of the judiciary, we might not be enjoying the democracy we have today, no matter how imperfect we think it is. In conclusion, given all these points, I hope I've convinced you that judiciary should not solely be held responsible for Nigeria's failing democracy, and we should look at other factors. Thank you.
Okay. Now, both debaters have rested. We've heard the presentation, the rebuttal, and the closing rounds. It is now up to the judges.
Most certainly. And as the judges make their determination, remember, we'll be coming to you at home via the phone lines and, of course, our social media handles, including WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, wherever we can find your comments to hear from you. In the meantime, special thanks to everybody who to all the organizations who are supporting I Beg to Differ Season 6.
That's right. We have Obiwizi, who is giving the contestants over 1 million naira in prizes and is also providing other logistics. We also have Booker Hut, who is making sure that the contestants stay refreshed. And we have Stover Industries, the makers of Swiss air freshener and body care products. Stover Industries is giving the contestants a gift box containing their products.
Brilliant. We'll take a quick message from Obiwizi and we'll be back.
Lagos, I know I'm not the only one who gets worried or bothered about getting quality pre-owned gadgets or accessories, especially when I'm trying not to break the bank in getting a brand new one, if you know what I mean. And if you have that same concern, then you'll be interested in the gist I'm about to give you, okay? And this one is coming from Obiwizi, Nigeria's e-commerce platform for pre-owned gadgets. Lagos, with Obiwizi, it's quality guaranteed. And the part that calms me is that it comes with a warranty. Yes, Lagos, they are Nigeria's home for gadgets with warranty, where you can purchase all your favorite gadgets and quality accessories, both brand new and pre-owned. So you see, you have nothing to worry about. Obiwizi has got your back. And guess what? You can also trade in your older devices to newer models in a simple and convenient way. So if or whenever you decide to sell off your device to meet that important cash obligation, then Obiwizi is definitely your guide. And you don't have to worry about delivery because Obiwizi delivers nationwide with offline and pickup stores in Ikeja, Lekki, Abuja, and Bini. So don't waste time. Call Obiwizi today on 0813 943 5241. 0813 943 5241. Or you can visit their website at www.obiwizi.com. That is OBIWEZY.com. Or you can send them an email at info@obiwizi.com. That is info@obiwizi.com. You can also reach out to them on social media. Yes, they are there. On X, you can find them at Obiwizi. That's OBIWEZY in small letters. But they're temporarily not available on Instagram due to the activities of scammers and impersonators. So please, Lagos, watch out for any fake page. Remember, Lagos, if you need to purchase your favorite gadgets or accessories, whether brand new or pre-owned, Obiwizi is your guy.
Oh, yes. And thanks to Obiwizi, as well as Booker Hut, and of course, Stover Industries for this support. And all the pressure of progress, Yvonne. I have sat here today and I've seen debaters who perhaps in some instances caught more nerves in the round of 16 than in the round of 32.
Indeed.
So the pressure hits up and these young people feel it. It's pretty intense.
Indeed.
It is understandable. It's sad, but it is understandable. Another thing I've also noticed today is, errors that some of which were missing in the earlier debates, grammatical errors, misplaced tenses, mixed up tenses here and there. At a point, and I saw a lot of this in the first debate.
I agree.
And at a point, I literally gave up because I felt like, look, if we're going to correct each of these, we'll be here until 9. But remember too, these are kids. We are talking about 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, and the pressure, the nerves. You saw what happened to Ayomide, who has been one of the people, one of the fan favorites, like one of the overriding favorite. He struggled a bit today.
Oh, he struggled.
Again, you could also say that perhaps it was the absence of competition in the first round that you know how it is. It's like football. You face adversity. If you manage to scale through it, you learn from it, you grow, and then because you are used to being challenged and being rebutted and being told that you think that's a point. That's not the point.
Truly.
You get used to you it's like being refined by the fire.
Right.
So I mean, so it was a bit it's been a bit of a letdown. Not that the kids haven't done the best, but the pressure and the
pressure,
nerves, it gets intense.
Right. But Ayomide did put up a great fight.
Mhm.
My heart broke when we started, reading out the scores, and for some reason the nerves got to him so badly that he started to mutter to himself. He was unconscious of what he was doing.
I was worried for him.
Oh, I felt terrible.
I kept we muted the mics.
But I
and
could see him,
like,
he was still muttering,
Yeah.
It was tough.
It's understandable. So, but let's move from that to Emmanuel Uzonwanne and Emmanuel Bethel. It is decision time. We saw those nerves again. But when we come to you and you comment, remember, these are our children.
That's right.
And already, for people so young, the kind of topic they are talking about, they are touching. Many of us as adults, many of us who are commentators, perhaps would not do better justice or better research to these topics. So for these two combatants, debaters, another warm round of applause.
Well, the judge results are in.
It is time for us.
The judge's results are in.
To find out.
That's right. Should I go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be my guest.
Okay. Okay, we'll start with Judge Isioma. For presentation, Judge Isioma awarded 11 points to Bethel and 13 points to Uzonwanne. For rebuttal, Judge Isioma awarded 7 points to Bethel, 2 points to Uzonwanne. For closing, Uzonwanne and Bethel tied at 6 points. For style, Judge Isioma awarded 8 points to Bethel and 6 points to Uzonwanne, with a total of 32 to 29 in favor of Bethel.
Bringing us to the scorecard of Judge Ama. For the presentation rounds, Emmanuel Uzonwanne, 7.5 points. Emmanuel Bethel, 6 points. For the rebuttal rounds, Emmanuel Uzonwanne, 3.5 points. Emmanuel Bethel, 11 points. For the closing rounds, Emmanuel Uzonwanne, 8 points. Emmanuel Bethel, 14 points. For style, Emmanuel Uzonwanne, 6 points. Emmanuel Bethel, 7 points. For a combined total of 25 points to Emmanuel Uzonwanne and 38 to Emmanuel Bethel.
And now to Judge Ungbe Adichie. Bethel, Judge Ungbe Adichie awarded 19 points to you for presentation. Uzonwanne, Judge Ungbe Adichie awarded 10.5 points to you. For rebuttal, Judge Uzonwanne awarded, Judge Ungbe Adichie rather, awarded 10.5 points to you, Bethel. And to you, Uzonwanne, Judge Ungbe Adichie awarded 3.5. Now for closing, Bethel, you got 16 points. Uzonwanne, you got 11. For style, Judge Ungbe Adichie awarded 8.5 to you, Bethel, and 6 points to you, Uzonwanne. with a total of 54 to 31 in favor of Bethel Emmanuel.
Bringing us to the total result. The voting has been unanimous. Emmanuel Uzonwanne, 85 points. Emmanuel Bethel, 124 points. Congratulations, Bethel.
Looks like Bethel came to redeem Ikorodu Grammar School. Because I saw him shake hands with Ayomide, at 4 after the debate, and Ayo lost. He shook hands. I'm sure he said, "Don't worry, I will redeem our image. I will redeem us today."
and I'll also redeem the image of Ikorodu.
That's right.
Senior high school, not grammar.
Senior
Ikorodu
high school.
Senior high school. Congratulations, Emmanuel Bethel.
Uzonwanne. Couldn't have been easy. The topic itself wasn't easy, but you'd expect that. This is the round of 16, and it can only get tougher as we advance. I would have said I'd love to see you come back, but you're in SS3. You're in SS2. You can come back next year, can't you? I hope that you do so next year. I would really love to see you come back next year. But well done, and congratulations to you as well for coming here out of over 200 entries that we received. You made it to the round of 16. You should be proud. You can be proud of that. Bethel, when you step out of the studio, I see you have a big smile on your face. Congratulations to you. When you step out of the studio, you will get your topic for the quarterfinal. Congratulations again. Thank you so much. You will get your gift boxes as well, courtesy of Stover Industries.
And it will be a quarterfinal matchup against Akilo Senior
Charles.
And Bethel Emmanuel. We'll see what that brings.
That's right. Lagos, we will now hear from you. Please call 014657190 or leave a message on WhatsApp 080-959-75805.
We've got barely 5 minutes to wrap up.
Hello.
Yes,
Good
please.
evening.
Good evening and welcome.
Well done, both of you, for a good job. I want to comment on the first debate. Please, I want to beg you. We need a wild card for Ayomide to come back, as we did for Naomi. God will help you. Thank you.
Yeah. There is a wild card grading. Huh? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah. Hello.
Hello?
Turn down the volume of your radio set, please. Thank you.
I've done that.
Welcome.
Good evening, Yvonne. I've done that.
Yeah, good evening.
This second debate, the thing shocked me to my bone marrow. This debate is like, when you are in support of it's like when you are in opposing a truth, you find it difficult to get a point.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Yes. It's like somebody opposing the truth. Want to know that this is truth. It's very, very hard to get a point.
But someone did one time, if you remember, Bewaji Esther debated and won.
Yes, I know.
Political...
But this one,
yeah, well,
it's always difficult. My name is Shina Yangwa, by the way.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Welcome. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening. Sorry, my name is Jacob, calling from Jakande First Gate.
Welcome, Jacob.
You guys are doing a great job. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Please, I beg the judges not to do magu-magu like Nigeria INEC, please. Because, if there is any magu-magu, the people will not be, they will not be interested in it. I will not be interested in it. That's the truth.
But there hasn't been any magu-magu so far, so I don't know where that is coming from.
No, because, the way the marks are going, the way we are listening to the students and the way the marks are going, we are all, even we here, we the listeners, we are also marking our own register here. This one performed well here. This one performed well here. So the one that performed well, if the judge is not marking well there, we too we are picking our own points from their own view, from our own view too.
But do you agree with the two winners today?
This evening, seriously, the other student, I don't know what.
Well, you clearly don't understand the judging guidelines, and that's okay. The judges award points for the originality, the number, and the clarity of points made. How clear the point is, how original it is, and how strong it is. Okay, look, we'll take more calls. Hello.
Evening, Yvonne.
Good evening to you.
Good evening, Femi.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Kudos to the students. After the first debate, there's this guy who infused Yoruba in the first debate. And later translated this into English. You see, I'm the typical Alakori guy. Who want us to imbibe, our African this into whatever we do. And I think I celebrate him for what he did then.
All right.
Going forward, looking forward to the next debate tomorrow. The guys did well. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling.
Appreciate it. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Good evening, everyone in the studio.
Rapper Otito, welcome.
Yeah, fantastic. Yvonne, what an interesting debate.
Indeed.
This brilliant and young lad, they are really making us proud. Congratulations to our children. In fact, I'm really proud of them.
Thank you
honestly.
so much.
And I must give special thanks to Nigerian Info because this is the best thing to happen on radio. Yeah, Nigerian Info. You are too much. Our sponsors, Obi Weezy, Buka Hot, and
Stover Industries. Stover.
Yeah, Stover Industries. Okay. I appreciate everyone.
Thank you so much.
I love what you are doing there. God bless you.
Thank you, Rapper Chico. Thank you so much for calling. That other lady that called and talked about the topic being a bit difficult. I'd like her to know that we've had two people that debated. I mean, just last week we had Naomi debate that betting and gambling should not be illegal. A difficult topic, but she won.
Yeah, but it's sometimes it's a manner of approach. Sometimes a difficult topic you can swing it around to the point where
exactly
you and I know this as somebody who has debated.
Esther Bewaji debated.
Yes, but again the point is sometimes you feel that every debater comes into a debate with a position,
and that's why we tell them
a preferred position. So they do both, and they are praying for one aspect. You understand, and that's a lottery. Sometimes you are just praying, let me oppose or let me defend, and you don't know what it's going to be. But it's all part of the fun, and nothing is certain. Actually, nothing is certain. You just give it your all and see how it goes.
That's right. Well, we are completely out of time. We have to go.
Yeah, we have to go if we are fortunate, because we just have a couple more minutes. If this is correct, and my namesake Femi and the other guys in traffic. Hi there.
Welcome.
Yes, Femi.
Yes.
Let me just say congrats to you people.
Thank you.
And the judges are just perfect. If I'm the one, I don't even know. They are generous with their marks today.
Yeah.
Because even though these kids are okay, but there are a lot of lapses in their presentation. So the judges are wonderful too.
Thank you
let them learn more.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you very much.
Interesting.
Hello.
Yes,
hello,
please.
welcome.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Good
My
evening.
name is Anthony.
Welcome.
From Magodo.
Welcome, Anthony.
Kudos to the good work you guys are doing there.
Thank you.
I hope the sponsors of this show of shame called Big Brother Niger can learn from this. This is the kind of thing they should sponsor. Not that nonsense people just go into a house for 1 or 2 months and be corrupting younger generation, at the end of it, just give them millions of naira. And I can bet you that 99% of all the people that churn out from that show of shame cannot even do half of what these children are doing.
We appreciate your comment. Thank you.
I give kudos to public school. You can see what public school students are doing. It's unfortunate that young guy from this Middle Hall or something like one of the schools in Lekki.
New Hall.
Yeah, New Hall.
New Hall. I expected her teachers or his or her teachers to lecture. He or she was just too eager to drop some little points and run away. I just don't know. That's not.
It was nerves. It was nerves. So
they should teach them this thing.
Yeah.
They should teach them that this particular debate, if that person were properly lectured, he or she ought to have won this because it was.
I believe he was. I believe he was. Thank you very much. But I believe he was because he debated in the round of 32, the playoffs, and he won. Okay, it probably was nerves today. It was most likely nerves.
Thank you very much for your contribution. And just to add to the other program, which is a television program that he alluded to, it's choices, you know. And again, there are some people who actually prefer that kind of content. But yes, we love and appreciate the compliments. We think Nigeria needs more of these kinds of initiatives, especially one that puts our children, tomorrow's generation, in the spotlight and begins to shape them from here on.
This message says, good evening.
We got to go, unfortunately.
Okay, Lagos.
We got to go. And we'll leave it at that. We'll be here tomorrow, and I know our traffic guys will reload this particular one. But thank you very much for everything, for being a part of the broadcast. Be with us again at 4 p.m. tomorrow. On behalf of Yvonne, Okhaifo, and myself, Femi Obong-Daniels, do have a very great evening.
Ciao.
Buy Santex Paint products from October to December 2023 and win amazing prizes. Gas cookers, air fryers, ACs, and smart TVs. Offers available.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info.